Hi guys, this is Grace and welcome to my channel. We are on process video 195 entitled Totally Awesome, and this is my first layout featuring the August Flavors of the Month kit from the ScrapRoom Kit Club. It features the Team Boy collection from Echo Park, and this is also my layout for this month's Freaky Fast Friday challenge. So the first thing that I did was to show you what was in the mini collection, and then now I'm showing you all of the papers that I have cut according to the measurements that are in the Freaky Fast Friday challenge. So first of all, I want to let you know that I had a hard time with the measurements or the particular papers that we were supposed to use for this challenge. It was really difficult. I think it's because it was a lot. There was a lot of papers to cut, and at the same time they were big papers, and the patterns that I had a lot of text, and so it was hard for me to kind of put them together. And so at first, this is how it's going to be. The challenge or the measurements had a 6x6. It had a 4¼ inch circle, 4-inch circle, and then a few strips that are thick. And so initially, I was going to use a 6x6 as a background for my 4x6 photos, but then I decided that there was just too much going on in this page, and I really wanted to incorporate the circles that were in one of the patterns. So I'm pulling out my favorite things nesting circle die, and I punched out, or I cut out a bunch of circles from it, and that's where I'm going to use the 6x6. So that 6x6 paper is not going to make it onto my page. I just used the circles on there to create the bottom accent, and I like that design better. And so another thing that I found that I was having a hard time with was because the pattern paper, there were so many of it and they were bold colors, that I was afraid that my photo was just kind of getting lost. So in order to have just that little division between my photos and my papers, I decided to mat my photos with some vellum. And this is one of the ways that I found to make it easy for me to differentiate my photos with the background, especially when it's busy, because then the subtleness of the vellum does not take away too much from, like, you can still see the pattern paper from on the back, but then it also has that division between that and the paper. So now I decided that most of the papers will just go on a grid on the back, and then I'm going to have the circles go on the bottom right side, and then I have another piece, and I decided to tuck that in. I'm just trying to figure out which side. Would I put it on the bottom, or would I put it in the top, or even divide it to kind of extend that as a layering piece? And then I just decided to do that on the bottom. I had pre-typed my journaling already, and it's on a strip, and so I'm going to cut that into strips, and then I'm going to put that on the bottom red circle. I also decided to distress all of my papers, especially my background papers, because I just thought that this collection and this page needed a little bit of distressing. I added all of the circles, and I added some of them with some foam or some dimensional adhesive just to make them stand out a little bit more. Now, a little bit of a story. This is my son, and he, my youngest son, and he was going on, this was his first day to go into what we call a big kids Sunday school. They have what they call a nursery, and that's where the kids are 18 months old up to 3 years old go. Basically, they play for a little bit, and then they have snacks, and then they have their gospel lesson. Well, after you turn 3, you actually go to the big kids Sunday school, which we call primary. And so this was the first day that my kid was going into primary, so I had to take a picture of that with his nice suit outfit, and so that's why I wanted to document it. And I felt like this collection was just perfect for it because it had the boy in there. So that is my page for today. If you guys want to learn more about the Flavors of the Month kit or the ScrapRoom Kit Club, make sure that you check out the description below because it will have a link to the website, and I will catch you guys another day. Bye!